Yo, 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 PC fam, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
This is a beautiful Saturday morning, afternoon, evening, depending on where you are. You know we are international. This is
Mm-hmm.
Chill with Chill. Yo, Chill, how you doing, man? How's it
Hey
going
man,
today?
gold medal game today, Big Ox. I'm really excited about it.
Ooh.
I'm really excited about the gold medal game today. I was a little nervous
Uh-huh.
from the game we saw a couple of nights ago with Serbia because
Yeah.
it was a nail biter. But we got the gold medal game tonight this afternoon,
Uh
Car. Yeah,
yeah, it's coming up in 3 hours, I believe.
3:30, I
Right?
think.
Yep, 3:30 your time, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that's even actually I just saw a clip today. Oh my God, this guy really grinds my gears, Chill. Uh,
Uh-oh.
uh, Draymond Green and Baron Davis sitting down talking about it, and Draymond said, "I'm going to be there." I guess
Mhm.
Draymond intends on sitting behind the French bench. He said, he said, he said, I need to talk to Rudy Gobert.
Get in his ear. What you need to talk to Rudy about? That's what I want to know. Why you need to talk to Rudy, Draymond? For what? What, what,
Oh
what, what,
man,
what you need to talk to him about?
how long is Draymond Green going to keep bullying Rudy Gobert? It's crazy at this point.
Makes me nuts, Ox. To be honest with you, I don't get it because as good as Draymond is, and I won't argue that Draymond is a damn good player, but
Mhm.
the fact that Rudy Gobert is going to the Hall of Fame, 100% he is. I think he's going to the Hall of Fame, 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, one of the best bigs of his generation. The fact that there's very little respect for him, I'm going to sit behind their bench. He probably won't even play today, to be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised
Right.
if Rudy didn't play today. He got a hand injury, and it's clearly affected him a lot more than What up, High Life? How you doing, brother? It's affected him a lot more than what they letting on. Because if he was healthy, he would
Mhm.
play. You saw him in 2021 in the Olympics. Rudy looked
Right.
like he was something different.
Right.
Offensively, he knocking down the mid-post shot. You know,
Mhm.
they running the offense through him. He can't get off the bench on this crew, but that's because he's got an injury. His hand is screwed up. So,
Right.
mm-hmm.
Speaking of Olympic basketball,
Yep.
the bronze medal game has already happened. Serbia beats Germany to win bronze from a score of 83-93.
Yep.
I'll run down this box score a little bit for
Mhm.
anybody that didn't catch it. I didn't catch the whole game. I saw some highlights and whatnot, but that was at a time I could not make that game. But
So you guys know it was on at 5:00 in the morning East Coast time. So that's 2:00 in the morning where Ox is at.
yeah,
So
I
that
was
wasn't happening.
yeah, and as y'all know, I needed some sleep. You know what I'm saying? I was going all night the other night.
Yeah.
But Franz Wagner has 18 points. He goes 0 for 4 from 3,
Mm-hmm.
9 rebounds. Dennis Schroeder had 13 points, and even Mo got involved. Mo had 16,
Mm-hmm.
wasn't enough. Nikola Jokic with the triple double. 19 points, 11 assists, 12 rebounds. How often do we see triple doubles in Olympic play and
Well,
FIBA play?
James just had one a
Yeah.
couple of nights ago. James just had one. I don't know how often they're going on, Ox, because if they're going on a lot, they don't make a big deal out of them. I can tell you that. And with triple double, especially in Olympic play with the games being shorter, I think that's
Yeah.
even more impressive, to be honest with you. When you got a 40-minute game and you got a dude going 20, 10, and 10 or 18, 10, and 10, that's a pretty impressive feat, man. It is.
Right. And that even slipped my mind, the fact that it's 40-minute games instead of 48. So 19 points, 11 assists, 12 rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. That's
Yes.
pretty impressive.
I actually got I had the theory right where I felt like they spent it all. I just had the team wrong. I thought Serbia spent it all against Team USA. Looks like Germany spent it all against France.
Right.
That's who it looked like. So in theory, I had it right. I just had the wrong team because as good as France was, as good as Dennis Schroeder is, right? As good as Mo is, as good as Daniel Theis is, it looks like that Serbian team, they just weren't going out like that. Okay, we gave it everything that we had against Team USA, but we're not losing to these dudes. No, we're not losing to these guys. Joker was fantastic. Joker is being Joker. The action that they run off of him, which is kind of interesting, Ox, because I would think that in international play, Joker being an international player that he is, I would think that he would be he'd get so acclimated to the NBA game that he would probably be lesser, because the Olympics aren't going on a lot, right? The Olympics aren't going on a lot. These guys don't play in the Euro League, and FIBA is every 4 years too. So I would think that they would get more acclimated to the USA game and the NBA game. But when these guys get together in the Olympics, these guys get together in FIBA, it's like coming back to the park and running with the fellas, where these guys just look like it's second nature. And the offense that they run, especially with Serbia, they play so well off Joker. The problem was from a talent standpoint, they just didn't have enough to deal with Team USA. But looking at Germany, we can handle those guys. Definitely could.
And I 100% called that wrong. I thought Germany was, well, first I thought Germany was going to be France, and then now in my bid says only winning matters, y'all. Only winning matters. Check out the rings. Check out the rings. Y'all make sure y'all go to PCmerch.com. Grab your PC merch. We got t-shirts, hoodies, hats, anything you need. Go check out PCmerch.com and get you some gear. Definitely do that.
Absolutely. I didn't want to throw Ox off his train of thought, though. Ox was talking about Serbia. I mean, you definitely you said you had gotten Serbia and Germany wrong.
Yeah, I got Germany and France wrong first, and then so I was big on Germany this year. I still think they were a good team. I mean, they made it to a medal game, so you got to be a good team to do that. You know what I'm saying?
I thought Ox. I coming into the Olympics, I had France in the gold medal game. Coming into the Olympics, I had them. I had them in the gold medal game, but I came off of that considering what was going on in the exhibition. I mean, they hadn't won a game. They were 0-5. The guard play was awful. Wemby did not look like Wemby. Rudy wasn't playing up the stuff. I thought maybe I got this wrong, right? Yeah. Maybe I got this wrong. And watching Germany, that cohesive unit that they had, how they ran their offense, how good they were defensively, I thought that, okay, I think Germany could very well be in the gold medal game. But it turns out France actually was what I thought they were. Nice.
Right.
I like
definitely. So Tilly says that there's been 5 triple doubles ever in the Olympics.
Damn, that's it. Wow.
And two of them just happened in the past 3 days. So that's crazy.
So ever in the Olympics. That's incredible, man. That's incredible.
Tilly, if you could you drop in the chat like who got those triple doubles, or maybe what year those triple doubles happened? I'll be really interested to know that.
Wow. You figure, Ox, that, I mean, how long the Olympics been going on? I mean, in Olympic basketball in particular. I mean, I've been watching Olympic basketball since '84. I was in the 6th grade the first time I watched Olympic basketball. That's when they had Jordan, Mullen, Alvin Robinson was on the team, Patrick Ewing was on the team. He's a referee in the NBA now. Leon Wood, he was on the Olympic team. So that's over 40 years that I've been watching Olympic basketball. So if we going back even further than that, 72 and 68 and stuff like that, man, only 5 of them. But before Thursday, I mean, before today and Thursday, it was only 3. Damn, that's impressive. That's pretty impressive.
I'm impressed by the fact that Leon Wood played Olympic basketball. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he was a lottery pick coming out of college. He went to Cal State Fullerton. He was a top 10 pick coming out of college, which is crazy going to a school like Cal State Fullerton.
Yeah, Fullerton
coming out of college. And I mean, the Big West was a pretty big deal, but he was on it. If I'm not mistaken, Ox, that year it was him and Stockton. They were the 2 best point guards in the country.
I'm sleep on that, y'all. I'm sleep. I did not know this. I had no idea about this. That's crazy, yo. Wow.
Leon Wood was a baller. Yes, he was.
Look at me out here being a casual, yo. I had no idea, man.
I find out something new every day. You put me on the game all the time, Mark. So
yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah,
chill. I want to divert quick. It's not even away from Olympic basketball. It's still 100% Olympic basketball, but you once again have gone viral on Twitter.
Have I?
For a TikTok I believe this is a TikTok that you made about Steve Kerr and his inability to handle his rotations. You want to tap into that a little bit, because there's a lot of people on Twitter, a lot of people that are agreeing with you, and then I also see some people that are just upset, saying that you're just a crybaby Celtics fan, in that Jason Tatum is a ball pounder.
Mhm.
Jason Tatum, I even seen comments right here. I'm looking in the comment right here that says KD has gotten better since 2021, and Jason Tatum, in fact, has gotten worse.
That's some of the most ridiculous logic ever. But two things. One, my grandmother always told me, if we agree on everything, one of us shouldn't be here. So that's a good thing that we have we got some motion with that. And number two, it's obvious that a coach can screw you up. I never thought that a coach could screw you up, like especially at the pro level. At the college level, all right, I get it. At the high school level, I get it. But at the pro level, you can get yourself in a bind playing for the wrong coach. And when I watch Jason Tatum, there are people who'll tell me that that 2021 Olympic team, well, they didn't have the personnel that they have in today's game. Well, KD in 2021, you're telling me that KD is a better player today than what he was in 2021. This is the same KD that at that time in 2021 was in the conversation, and it was a very legit conversation for him being the best player on the planet. That was a real conversation in the summer of 21. KD was in that conversation. He's not in the conversation today to be the best player in the NBA. That's not. He's still one of the best players in the NBA. I won't argue that, but he was not in the conversation to be the best player in the league. No, that's not a real thing. Jason Tatum, on the flip side to that, in 2021, had just made the All-Pro team for the first time, and he was second team All-Pro. That was the first time he had done that. So we go from that to a guy who he had Book on the team, Bam was on that team, KD was on that team, Drew Holiday was on that team. And let me remind you guys that we were having a real conversation that if Chris Middleton did not get hurt, the Milwaukee Bucks win the NBA championship again. That he was Batman to Giannis's Robin, which he wasn't. We all knew that he wasn't, but it was a conversation on how good he was, right? It was a conversation on how good he was. He was on that crew too. Yeah. Meanwhile, Jason Tatum, who isn't nearly the player today, nearly the player back then that he is today, he was getting significant run on that team. He was third on the team in minutes, second in scoring, and they won the gold medal. With them winning the gold medal, it's obvious that my brand of basketball, the way I play, is conducive to winning. I can appreciate the logic of a guy being a ball pounder and being a ball stopper. I can't appreciate that playing with a guy like Jason Tatum, who, with that Boston Celtics, one of the most, they move the ball more than anybody. I'm not going to say that they move the ball more than anybody, but he plays in an offense where the ball moves a lot. Nobody is a ball stopper. The offense is steady flow, and they got one of the best offenses in the league. He's not a ball stopper, and he gets off the basketball. One of the better passers and playmakers in the game. And on top of that, one of the best defenders on the wing. He's proven that. Not to be an all-league defender, but he's proven that he can play at that level. With that being said, if I have him on my crew, there's no way that I can't find minutes with him. And what I'm doing, and Ox, you're a coach, so maybe you can appreciate this. When you see one of your players playing for somebody else and it's not going the way that you think it should go, if I'm Coach Mazzulla, I'm on the phone with Jason Tatum because I got to be Boudini Brown in his ear and let him know that this isn't you. This isn't conducive to you. I got to keep his confidence up because just like there's a thin line between love and hate, there's a thin line between confidence and failure. And the last thing that you
a lot of people don't know who Boudini is, Chill.
Okay, I'm sorry. Boudini Brown, as good as Ali was, the reason why Ali was as good as he was, because that was Boudini Brown in his ear. You the baddest MF on this planet. Ain't nobody better than you. Can't nobody see you in this ring. Nobody. You got that right hook that's better than anybody's. Nobody's feet is faster than yours. Ali hear that 200-300 times. Why you think Ali talking about I'm the baddest man on the planet? Because he got Boudini in his ear, right? Yeah. That's who he had in his ear, and that's who Joe Mazzulla has to be for Jason Tatum. Because when you in a position like this, to be honest with you, Ox, as a ball player, it can be embarrassing. 100% it could be embarrassing. As good as you are to sit on the bench, and I understand in transparency the idea that, okay, I didn't play against Serbia the first time, which I feel like was a mistake because you thought it was a matchup issue. I don't play against them again. Meanwhile, we're getting our ass kicked. We're getting our ass kicked at this point, and you look down the bench. Ox, you're a coach. Coach Ox is walking down his bench, and he looks at his bench, and he sees Jason Tatum, and he sees Derek White. Who's he going with? I'm just saying. I'm just putting that on your mind, Ox. So, what the thing that I recognize with this is how much a coach can screw up a guy's game if you're not careful. My grandmother told me this when I was a kid, Ox. Anybody can train a secretary. You can screw them up too, though. So with that being said, I watch body language. I watch how a guy conducts himself, and to watch Jason Tatum sitting on that sideline, and a lot of people say, you're a crybaby and this is the ultimate sacrifice, which it is. I won't argue that. I will not argue that. This is the ultimate sacrifice, playing for Team USA. And I would buy that logic of me not playing if that wasn't the case when we won the gold medal 3 years ago. When I was a lesser player, I'm a better player today than what I was. And now I can't get off the bench on this team, and I'm a better player when we won the gold medal, when I was the second leading scorer and I was third on the crew in minutes. And now I'm on this crew and I can't get off the bench. And by the way, Ox, just a couple of nights ago, before the semifinals game, he had a double-double, right? He had a double-double in that game. And now we're playing against Serbia where I can't get off the bench. This kind of stuff really chips away at a guy's confidence. Ox, there's a reason why Jimmy Butler is as good as Jimmy Butler is. Jimmy Butler doesn't blow anybody away with anything that he does offensively. Like, Jimmy Butler ain't super nice with the pill. Jimmy Butler doesn't have a knockdown three, right? Jimmy Butler isn't ridiculously athletic. I'll tell you what, though, when Jimmy Butler walk on that floor, he looking around like, can't none of you dudes see me. It's not one of you dudes out here better than me. I'm the best out here at what I do, and you're not going to make me do anything that I can't do. That's confidence. When you start chipping away at that, you start chipping away at that player. Right. And when you do, and when you do that, you screw them up. That's why one of my buddies said to me, Ox, and I thought to myself, that's not a bad idea. After he didn't play against Serbia, Joe Mazzulla should have been on a plane to Paris. Like, I got to get in my man's ear. I got to get with him. I got to get in his ear, and I got to let him know that you good. This ain't you. This is not what you did. This you don't have to worry about this. People are telling you, Ox, that he's got to sacrifice. People are telling you that he needs to play the way that they need him to play. That's fine. We still got a season coming up, right? We still have a season coming up.
Not just Joe Mazzulla. Brad Stevens should have been on the flight. Brad Stevens should have touched down. Like, they should have went, obviously, to support Jason Tatum, but just also to have their presence felt. Like, yo, we see what you're doing to our guy. You know, it's okay. We don't got no pull on the team. We're not here to buck the staff. We're not here to get in the way. But we're here to let you know we see you, Steve.
Oh, we out here. We right here.
Steve, we know what's going on, and we gonna see y'all soon too. The season is coming, and we got something for you, Steve.
Yes,
you know,
we do.
That's how I feel. I feel like Joe Mazzulla and Brad Stevens should have been on the first thing smoking straight to Paris. We know what's going on here.
And being out there and having that presence felt, it's like anything, Ox. When you see, it's one thing when you hear and you just rocking. It's completely different when you see your boys or you see your parents. Like, your chest poke out a little bit more. You got a little bit more bounce in you, right? Because you got that support system. You got your people there. So I think it would have helped him even more if he came out there. But if and I said it when I posted that on TikTok, if in 2028, if Steve Kerr is the head coach of the Olympic team, I'm not playing. There's no reason for me to play. None whatsoever. There's no reason for me to play. And not because I'm just being selfish. You don't need me. What do you need me for? Right? What do you need me for if this is what it's going to be? I'm wasting my time. Now, don't get me wrong, Ox. These 3 weeks, I do feel like it's real good for basketball. It's real good to be around this kind of competition. But I'm not going to keep doing this. What am I going to keep doing this for when, I can get better in other ways? I already did it twice. You obviously don't need me to keep playing. Not every guy that plays in the Olympics every summer. And it could be for various reasons. And there's no reason for me to be here if I'm going to sit on the bench. Me in particular.
Because to me, if I'm Jason Tatum, I'm looking like, all due respect to my guy, but you're treating me like I'm Keegan Murray or something.
You treating me like I'm one of these, like I'm
You
one of
know,
these
like
relegation guys. No,
hey, what's going on here? Like,
no.
you know what I'm saying? Like you
Right.
treating me like I'm one of these youngsters or
Right.
something. Like I haven't been here. Like
Right.
I'm like I didn't just get a ring. Like
Right.
you know, like I don't go to war with Bron and KD. You know, like so that's the only thing. I just think it's just it's just very disrespectful.
It is.
But you know, it is
You
what it
said
is.
to me, you said to me, Ox, this was probably a couple of weeks, maybe a week ago or two, when they
Mhm.
played Serbia and he didn't play, and you was like,
Mhm.
"Yo, if I was him, I would go home." And I was objective to that.
Right.
And the reason why I was objective to that is because, okay, we're already here, right?
Mhm.
We're already here. We're already doing it. So I'm just gonna ride this out, no problem, right? I'll ride this out. It's gonna be what it is. In the end, though, I'll tell you what I'm not doing. I'm not doing this again.
Right.
There's no way I'm doing this again. No, I'm not gonna do this again. And not that I need assurances that I'm gonna play, because Ox, you're a competition guy. I'm a competition guy.
Right.
I'm of the belief that, yo, let's bring tryouts back. Let's get 35 guys in here. And I know this is unrealistic, but let's get 35 guys, let's get 40 guys back in here, and let's actually have a legit tryout.
Right.
Where you have to look at all of us, right? You got to look at all of us. And I understand the political aspect of it, you know, with Nike and guys like that. Right. I get that part. But when you have to look at all of us and go, okay, he's going to help us. He's definitely going to help us. He's going to help us. When you do that, now we have something different. But don't think for 1 second that there's guys that aren't looking at this, because guys talk, Ox. I just went to San Jose State, or I ended up at the University of Seattle, and I'm your boy. Or I went to the University of Portland, and I'm your man. And you might be thinking about going there. And I'm telling you, hey, Ox, don't with this coach, yo. Nah, he ain't it. Nope, he is not it. You being my man, you're going to hear that. Well, that trickles down with Team USA. That trickles down with teams in the NBA. That trickles down in college, where, you know, you might have Ja being asked, yo, Ja, how you feel about playing in the Olympics? You know, Tyrese Halliburton might come to John and be like, I don't know, I'm not sure that I would I would consider it if this dude is the coach. I'm not sure I would consider it if I was you. Off the strength that your best players see how you treating the best players in the world. Now I know that it's not significant minutes for everybody, but you can't give me legit logic how arguably a top 5 player doesn't play at all. You can't give me legit logic on that. No.
It's insane. Our friend, I don't know, Tilly, he says, to answer that question about the triple doubles, chill, he said Alexander Belov has one, LeBron got 2, Jokic got 1, and Luka got 1 of the triple doubles that's been in the Olympics.
That's pretty impressive. That is pretty impressive, yo.
Very.
Yeah.
I figured that Bron had to have had one before. But
impressive.
to kind of wrap up some of this Olympic talk, let's talk about what you expect to see in 3 hours in the gold in the gold medal game. What do you expect to see from France? What do you expect to see from Team USA? And ultimately, who is leaving with the gold medal?
I said this to you yesterday, Ops, and I still stand on the logic. I think they smoked France today. I do. I don't think they beat France. I think they smoked them. And the reason why I feel like that is I feel like that guard play defensively, the on-ball defense that Team USA has, I believe that they slow down I believe that they slow down France off the strength of guys like Evan Fournier, Courier. I think that they could get the ball out of those guys' hands and completely disrupt France's offense. Add that to the fact that Team USA has a rotation when it's used. Team USA has a rotation that's unmatched. Like I said, when you look at taking Book out the game, right? You take Book out of the game, who are you replacing him with? Anthony Edwards, right? When you take Kevin Durant off the floor, you would be replacing him with Jason Tatum. When you take Anthony Davis off the floor, you're replacing him with Bam Adebayo or Joel Embiid. You don't have that kind of substitution. You don't have that kind of rotation anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. So when you have that, they're clearly overmatched. And not only are they overmatched, I think that they're better athletically. I feel like this crew with France, I think that the only thing that they have behind them is the fact that it's in Paris. That's it. And it's the host country. But I feel like Team USA, I feel like everything that's necessary, they have it. there was some synergy going on and some homework being done, because you know me, I like to do homework, and watching Team USA when they run action. And when I say run action, Ox, I mean when the ball moves, when people move, when you get pin downs, when you get curl cuts, when you get cross screens. When you do that, there is not a team on the planet that can see them. And I don't mean just France. I don't mean just Germany. Line them all up. Go get Jokic. Go get Giannis. Go get Luka. Go get Mo Wagner. Go get all of them dudes. When Team USA is running the kind of action that's necessary to put teams on their heels, there is no team on the planet that can see them. They get whatever they want, whenever they want. I am imagining the world versus Team USA, right? I'm imagining the world versus Team USA when you're putting Luka in pin downs, or you're putting Joker in screen and roll, and you're getting constant movement. When you're getting that kind of stuff with this kind of talent that Team USA has, and you're constantly getting ball movement and people movement, there's nothing that they can't get on a consistent basis. Nothing.
I would have to agree with that. Yeah, I would have to agree. I don't think this is going to be very competitive at all. And I know I agree. You know, France is at home. You know, they'll definitely have the crowd behind them. But I don't think that's going to be enough to compete with this.
No, it's not. Not in this particular situation. As good as you are, and I think France has a good team. You and I literally just had this conversation where I thought France would be in the gold medal game before this whole thing started. But they're clearly overmatched. They're clearly overmatched.
To get to some of the super chats, we got one from FIFA Boy. He said we gotta have a better backup host for Chill with Chill.
This is the starting 5-man right here. This is the starting 5-man right here in the post. There you guys right there. What are you talking about?
Right. I think he's taking shots at Ron. Ron was backup host on for, last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our L host did a good job. Y'all relax. Oh wow, the GOAT Angie Carr is back. I have not seen Angie Carr in a while. I don't know.
In a minute.
The GOAT Angie Carr back with a super chat says, "Shout out Big Ox and Chill. Since we're the host nation in 2028, y'all think LeBron and company would be motivated to compete again for a chance to win at home?"
He'll be 44 years old. 43? No. Yeah, he'll be 40. He'll be 43. Steph will be 41.
Maybe Steph.
Oh my God. Steph will be 40. KD will be going on 40 that season. KD will be going on 40. James will be 43, going on 44. I think James will be long gone by that time. KD, I'm not sure, right? I'm not sure if I'm being honest, I'm not sure KD's still going to be around 4 years from now. I doubt it. And Steph Curry, I think a lot of you guys have this ridiculous idea that you see guys today that they're not going to be different 4 years from now. I understand that KD is still fantastic at 35 years old. 4 years from now, he's not going to be 35. He's not. So with him not being 35, he's going to slow down. His body's gonna be different 4 years from now than it is today. Just like it was different 4 years ago than it is today. So he's gonna slow down. Steph Curry, whose game is predicated with him being off the ball, right? So with Steph Curry's game being predicated with him off the ball, at 39 years old, 40 years old, it's gonna be a lot different with him at 39, 40 years old. I mean, we've seen Steph Curry in these Olympics. Contrary to what you've seen against Serbia, he has not played well in these Olympics. He's been garbage, if we're being honest. Shooting under 35% from the floor and under 30% on the long ball before that game against Serbia. He was not very good in these Olympics. So you're going to tell me that 4 years from now, when he's slower, 4 years from now, when he's not as good, that he's going to be better in the Olympics? No, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if Steph Curry was long gone at that point, to be honest with you. It wouldn't surprise me at all.
I'm gonna be real. I'm pretty sure KD's not gonna be there. Steph won't be there. But I can't speak on Bron. I don't know. I don't know, Bron. Bron might pop up.
You might get James to nudge him like, can you give me one more, James? How about one more, James? You ain't got to even play that much, right?
Right.
You don't have to play that much. Why you care how old I am, David? Why you care how old I am? I'm old enough. Yeah.
David spamming.
Too old to be playing in the Olympics. I can tell you that. I can definitely tell you that. And not only too old to be playing in the Olympics, I am not what I was 4 years ago. As athletic as I still am, I'm not what I was 4 years ago. And 4 years ago, I wasn't what I was 4 years before that. So no.
Do you know what though? Lauren Jackson and Diana Taurasi are playing, y'all. So maybe Bron might show up, y'all. Don't give up hope, y'all. Y'all know Bron he's a G.I. Joe. He's an Iron Man, basically. So we never know. Reggie Reg, y'all forgetting France is at home in a final.
How about that, Ox? Like we just talked about that. It's even though France is at home. I mean, the game could be in your backyard. If I'm better than you, that's why I was such a big fan of guys like Jordan, Lajuan, Barkley. I was such a big fan of guys like Malone because it doesn't make a difference. If you better than me, you should be able to whoop me anywhere. It doesn't make a difference where we are.
Right.
So I do appreciate the fact that this game is in Paris, and I think it's great for the Olympics. I don't think it's just great for the country of France. I think it's great for the Olympics to have the host country have their men's and women's team in the Olympic gold medal game. That's a big deal. But that doesn't take away from the fact that even though one game you can lose, you can be overmatched. And I'm having a difficult time seeing that that French team, both men and women. I'm having a difficult time seeing them actually have a chance. Just because you're in the game, you got a chance, but I don't think that this is something that's gonna be around. I mean, right. I don't think they're gonna be in this game at all, to be honest with you.
Right. I'm happy you brought that up too, because I had said last week that I think the French women's team is probably the only team I think could get with the USA team. Obviously, I think we're gonna handle them too, but I think that's gonna be a fun game to watch too, y'all. Y'all tap into that. I think is that tomorrow?
Sunday afternoon, 3:00.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, y'all tap into that game. USA France on both sides. That's dope, y'all. That's dope. Yes, shout out to France, and obviously shout out to Team USA. Angie Carr, the GOAT. Angie Carr with another super chat says, "W chat, we stay undefeated." No doubt, Angie Carr. No doubt. I love the PC chat. I cannot lie to y'all. Y'all are definitely a goated chat. Well, before we get into some other topics, we do have a lobby full of people waiting to get up here and chill with Chill. Let's get it started. Let's get it started with none other than my brother, Dub.
Yeah, it was good. Oh my God.
What up?
What's good, bro?
What's going on?
My dude is in the house. What's happening, Dub?
Good to see you, man. What's good, Bob? How y'all feeling?
What's up, man?
Yo.
Chilling. How you doing?
Nothing, man. I just been what was it? It's kind of been a lazy Saturday for me.
Okay.
So I've seen y'all YouTube and John, and I was like, oh yeah, Chill talking and everything. Let me see what he's talking about. Let me see what Chill capping about. You feel me? I'm like, let me see what he capping about, bro. Well, it's good to see y'all. Good to talk to y'all.
My man, Dub's in the house.
Yeah, I wanted to say, number one, Bob, I'm extremely disappointed in you. Listen, man. As a guy that I know, you don't like the politics and stuff. You don't like you hate favoritism and everything. You hate all of this nonsense, right? For you to then say, oh yeah, Jason Tatum should have just left. Jason Tatum should have been doing this and just leaving and yada yada. Like JT's not playing great. And in my mind, the way I'm looking at it is, if Steve Kerr, when you got KD playing the way he's playing, and people not talk about how good defensively he's been playing too. He's been playing very good defensively. When you got KD, LeBron, those are the wings right there that are always going to play. And then you have a rotation of AD and Joel Embiid. You have to play them because they're the bigs. And then Now you're going to need some POAs because you got your versatile guys, versatile forwards, and KD and LeBron. So then Derek White's going to see a lot more action, and then you're going to have to play Stephen Curry and everything like that. Devin Booker has been playing phenomenal too. The thing is, it's just hard. Like it's hard to try to figure out the role in which Jason Tatum is going to play right here because he's not the most versatile, like defense, right? He's not the most versatile defender because you got Bam Adebayo there. KD's been playing great defensively too, and they got a lot of versatile forwards right there. And then POA, he's not the best lockdown defender. That's Derek White over there. And then as
you think Derek White is a better defender than him on the perimeter?
On ball, like if I need
on
somebody,
ball. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about on ball. You in front of me. You think that Derek White is a better defender?
It depends, right? So like if I need Derek White to guard some guards, I want him to guard guards over JT. But if I need some like big, let's say Kevin Durant, for example, I would rather have Jason Tatum on him, right? It's about matchups. But when you have guys like KD and LeBron being so locked in on both sides, like what do I need him for? And I think that's what Curve's struggling with is like, I don't know where to find this guy because now let's look at the other side of the ball offensively. I mean, offensively, he's not the best offensive player. He's probably not the top 3, top 4, 5 best offensive player.
Now, when we talk about offensive players, Dub, are we talking about offensive player or are we talking about bucket getter? Okay, because when we talk about offensive player, I'd like to think that he's a lot better than you give him credit for. That's number one.
Everything.
Number two, I want to double back to what you talked about being a defender on the wing in terms of being versatile. Jason Tatum has proven that he can cover 2s, he can cover 3s, he can cover 4s, he can even cover 5s. And in this international game, with the exception of guys like Joker, there aren't really many bruisers on the box. Right. So he can cover 4s and 5s because those guys, especially in Europe, are a lot of stretch 4s. So he's proven that he can do that. So in terms of being a versatile wing defender, he can clearly do that. And we've seen Team USA, particularly against the Serbian team, getting their ass kicked. So if I got a distributor in when I got a distributor in Jason Tatum, right? When I got a guy who moves the basketball, who can knock down open shots, who can get to the rim, but who can also defend at 6'9", and who gives you that kind of presence, right? No,
that's KD and LeBron.
I feel like that's KD as a bucket getter. That's number one. Number two, James isn't the defender that he used to be. That's why you got the young guy here to alleviate him from the minutes, even if you want to go that route. And you want to say that James shouldn't be, or you want James on the floor. Okay, when James minutes get alleviated, that's by Jason Tatum. He can come in and defend. He can come in and play make. He can come in and knock down open shots. He can do those sort of things. I don't think it's a coincidence that you got a guy that's that good of a scorer who can't score now. Why isn't that? What's going on with him? Who can't play make now?
It's about the role he has to fill. I mean, this is a team with superstars. You have to fill in that role. And LeBron, it's LeBron, KD, and Steph. That's your 3. That's your 3 where they're gonna go to no matter what. Now, when we talk about defensively, like a lot of things you're saying, that role is already being fulfilled by other guys. Bam Adebayo defensively. Kevin, no one's talking about how good defensively he's been playing in this. Like he's been turning it on in this whole USA group. And LeBron James the same way. It's in spurts, right? So when I have to play those guys
like that.
I have to play them. Like Steve Kerr's looking at it. I have to play LeBron and KD because LeBron's a great offensive player. KD's a great offensive player. And when they're going like that defensively, they're fulfilling that role that Jason Tatum would fill. So then when I'm looking at it like that, all right, where do I even fit him in this equation when the things he does great is already being taken, is already being given to my team through other guys, you know? So it's hard for him.
So if that's true, Dub, why am I here? What am I doing here then? If that's the case.
Maybe in this instance, and I'll be real, like maybe in this instance, maybe they don't really need him like that. They could find him because they don't need him like that, if I'm going to be honest. But let's say in 2028 and everything, 4 years from now, that's when they're going to need him. I believe, didn't he play 4 years ago too with Kevin Durant?
Played in 21, got busy.
Yeah. They didn't have as much people as they do now, and they needed his assets more than they do now. I just think right now, it's just the things he does great is already being given to the team by other people, so it's kind of hard for him to really gel in that. You feel me?
I do get with some of that, but Dub, what the divide is I wasn't the player in 21 that I am today. I'm a much better player today than what I was in 21. I can appreciate the logic that KD is on the crew, James is on the crew, Bam is on the crew. Who was also on the crew in 21. Joel Embiid is on the crew. I can appreciate all of that, but I'm a much better player today than what I was 3 years ago. I'm a much better distributor. I'm a much better scorer. I understand the game more. So, and on top of me being all of that, my confidence is at an all-time high. And we just won the NBA championship. Same thing happened in 2021. I don't know if you remember this, Dub, but in 2021, we were talking about Chris Middleton being the Batman to Giannis's Robin, which I didn't think was true, but that was a conversation. He was on that crew too.
Terrible.
Right. It was absolutely terrible. But he was on that crew too. And Jason Tatum was playing in front of him. So the divide that you and I have is the idea that Jason Tatum on this crew, there is no room for him, even though I'm a better player today than what I was 3 years ago. And me being a better player, I can offer more to the team. I'm not just a bucket getter. I'm not just a rebounder. I'm all of these things.
But you're a believer of if even though you're a better player, the fit can be there. Good example is Allen Iverson and Chauncey Billups.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When Allen Iverson left, Chauncey filled in that role, and they were a much better team. Not really because Chauncey was that much better than AI. It's because Chauncey was just Bob will probably disagree, but it's because Chauncey was just a better fit for that crew and what they needed. I think even though he's better,
I don't disagree, Dub. I'm actually on record saying I'd rather have Chauncey Billups than Allen Iverson.
I know. That's why I said you disagree with saying Allen Iverson is better than Chauncey Billups.
Oh no, AI is better, but I'd rather have Chauncey.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
I want stay there, Dub. Stay right there, Dub. Are we talking? Is Allen Iverson in 2007 better than Chauncey Billups in 2007? Is he better than him?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Wow.
Chauncey was great, but Allen Iverson was still a great bucket getter at that time.
Okay.
It's just him and Melo, and that defense was just so bad too. And then it's weird because like it will either be Allen Iverson cooking or Melo cooking. Like it would be hard for them to like cook at the same time. Weird as hell. But yeah, let's not get into that combo right there. But yeah, that's
focused. Stay focused.
Yeah, and the thing I actually love about this year, and Kevin Durant was tweeting about it. Man, I'm taking pride in this whole being an American thing, bro. When I see LeBron James taking that flag and waving it, bro, I'm over here chanting in my head, USA, bro. I'm not, and people really against USA to lose and everything. And I'm looking, bro, we Americans, bro. We got to represent our country, bro. And like, we really going for other teams more than Team USA. Like, come on, bro, take pride in that. And KD alluded to that after the game. I mean, all them players take pride in representing America, bro. So, sure. Man, I think it's just been a great year.
Absolutely.
The Olympics,
no doubt.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey, Dub, I will say this before I let you go, Dub. I will say I said that, and after the show, I believe I left a comment. I said I shouldn't have said that. You know, that was you know that's going too far. Like going home, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You're here, you stick it out. If you know, it is embarrassing to get benched. You know what I'm saying? You just got to deal with it though. Like that's giving off the wrong impression. That's completely that's just a bad sportsmanship. And you don't want the kids. You don't want the kids at home to see that. You know what I'm saying? Jay, I'm happy. Thanks, JT Bob. didn't go home. I'm happy he stuck it out. That was just me. That was just me being emotional. You know what I'm saying? I said that just being upset because I was like, Steve, what are you doing? I meant it when I said it, but I shouldn't have said that, and I wouldn't have went.
It's impulse. You were saying it out of an impulse.
We've all said stuff where we think about it later on, like I probably shouldn't have said that. I should probably come off that because I'm definitely an advocate of that. I've said things where I was like, no, you might want to take that back. That is not correct, y'all.
Hey Bob, I'm happy you said that because now I'm no longer disappointed in you. So there we go. I appreciate
absolutely.
That's good to hear.
Bob, see my dude. Good to see you, my man.
Good to
yes,
see you,
sir.
man.
Absolutely.
All right,
brother. Don't be a stranger, my man. Good to talk to you, brother.
Yo, you went to Jersey and you didn't tell me when you was coming.
I was only up there for like 2 days. That's why, though, dog.
That's more than enough. We got one night.
Oh. I'm gonna get back up there before it get cold, dub. I'm getting back up there.
Let me know. I got some spots for you. All right.
Yes, I'm gonna get back up there before it get cold. No
the
doubt.
heat was wild
Dub,
too.
see?
Y'all be
it
easy,
was
man.
wild.
Salute.
All right,
Later, brother. Dub C in the house.
Oh, it's my bad.
Dub C in the house.
Sir. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's get to this super chat from Teddy Hart. Teddy Hart drops a super chat. He says, and also there's a correction to this he made right here. Okay. So the original chat says, just found greatest sports legends on Pluto TV, where a 24-year-old Michael Jordan interviews some of the best players ever. I watched Nate Thurman, but no, he meant Elvin Hayes. I watched Elvin Hayes literally teach young MJ the turnaround fadeaway during their interview. Chill, you would love this. Chill, you'd love this.
I got Pluto TV. I have Pluto TV. I'm gonna see if I can find that, because that greatest sports legends on Pluto TV. Yeah, I'll see if I can find that. That's dope. I mean, we all know that players get their games from other players.
Right.
That's why I think it's funny when I see people laughing at other artists when they see them bopping their head to other artists. I'm like, how you think they got in it? The reason why they got into this, because that's why Michael Jackson was who he is, because he heard James Brown, right? So these dudes, they see other people, and they get a lot of their stuff from them. Hell yeah! So yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into that. Yes, I will. Yes, I will look into that.
Definitely. Shout out to Teddy Hart for sending that $50 super chat. You know what, y'all? Get like Teddy Hart. You know, Teddy Hart has been known to drop big super chats on the panel and chill with chill. Appreciate all of you guys' super chats. Appreciate you, Teddy Hart. Thank you for that information. And we will go check out Greatest Sports Legends. I advise everybody to do the same. Learn something. You know, a lot. Maybe it'll be good for y'all to see Elvin Hayes showing MJ that fadeaway. You know, that'd be dope.
That would be dope, right?
Like that. Yeah,
that would be dope. That would be.
Definitely would. And then here was his correction super chat to let y'all know that there was Elvin Hayes and not Nate Thurman. We got some more super chats. Let's get to a couple of these. Context Clues says, did y'all see Evan Fournier saying Team France want to beat Team USA ass? I like their confidence.
Of course he's gonna. What is he gonna say? Yeah. We got to see what's gonna happen. No, we in a gold medal game. We gonna kick their ass.
Right.
Even if they don't believe that. Of course he's gonna say that. Yo, we're gonna kick Team USA's ass. Always. Hell yes,
and the thing about it, because that's what you're supposed to say, right? The thing about it is, there's gonna be people that are gonna be like, oh, you shouldn't have said that. And then if they lose, they're gonna be like, yeah, see, that's why you lost. Like, that's not why they lost. They're gonna lose because we're just better.
Right.
But you know,
it ain't because you said you're gonna kick our ass and that lit a fire under us. No, we was already ready to rock and roll anyway. And I understand that you dudes is ready to rock and roll too. This is for the gold medal. Hell yes, it is. I get that. 100% I do.
Al Booger says $2 for the Dub sighting. Shout out my man Dub pulling up, chilling with you.
Yes, sir. Dub C was in the house, my man. Word.
Always good to see Dub. Steph says y'all brought up starting to ask questions about Giannis. If you're the Bucks and see the decline this season, how would you approach moving on?
I don't know if there's a decline in Giannis. He's still in his prime. Let's be clear about that. And not only is he still in his prime, he's 30 years old. I still feel like he's at peak Giannis. I feel like I got another year, maybe 2 of peak Giannis before that peak starts to go away. But he'll still be in his prime. But in terms of moving on, if I see another non-contact injury like I saw earlier this year, that worry for me goes up even higher now, because you know how I feel about your heart and your calves, because your calf is close to your Achilles. And when I see non-contact injuries like that, that worries me. And
right.
Am I in the beginning? I shouldn't ignore it, because I still feel like I watched Giannis in the Olympics and he looks great, right? He looks great, but if I see this again, and it just starts to get louder, the idea that, is this the beginning of the end of Giannis? And I gotta start looking in a different direction. Not to say that that's going on, but if I were to get another non-contact injury from Giannis, I gotta start thinking about that even more now.
Right. Avery B. JT hasn't hit a jumper since the finals. He is currently not playing well, and the stakes are too high. We need shooting and spacers on the floor, and the other guys providing that better right now.
And they're better at everything else, and the defense, the rebounding, the playmaking. They're better at all of that other stuff. So I doubt that. I mean, you got to find minutes for a guy like that. You just do.
As a coach, you can find 7 to 12 minutes for Jason Tatum.
And on
even at least that you can play him 8-10 minutes. There's minutes for him.
And on top of the spacing logic, okay, you have spacing, but if I got a guy that's that good offensively, and as a scorer, one of the things that I know for a fact is, how do you get a scorer going? You get him going by having him see the ball go in the basket. So get him something, whether it's going to the basket, get him out in transition. Once he sees the ball go in the basket, that actually enhances his confidence. It's not just, oh, I'm just going to stand on the wing and wait for you to get me the ball. No.
Right. And it's specifically, it was that third quarter. Yeah, that third quarter of the Serbia game, and you got Derek White out here. I just feel like that's just a slap in the face. But shout out Derek White.
100%.
The GOAT, Angie Carr. Win with Gobert. He couldn't stop COVID. If you know, you know.
No, he couldn't. He tried to.
Man. Real quick before I get back to the lobby. What's his name? Noah Lyles comes third in the 200. And then next thing you know, he's in the wheelchair. They're talking about he has COVID.
He had COVID in 100 too, by the way. They just they revealed it. And
so are they trying to say that they tested him already? They already knew he had COVID and he was still there, or is that just something that we just discovered after the race?
We just found out about it. Yeah, we just found out about it.
Sounds like a cop out to me. I don't know.
That's what it sounds like to me too, Ox.
Oh no, yeah. Sounds like a cop out.
That's what it sounds like to me too, Ox.
I got
running around, all that screaming, running around, all that screaming, and then you turn around and get smoked in the 200, which is your event, by the way.
Right.
That's his event, by the way, Ox.
The guy from Botswana, he says, I can't be the face of this because I'm not arrogant like Noah Lyles. I don't know. Hey, shout out to Noah though. He is hell of a runner, man. But I'm just saying, if you get smoked, man, stand on that. You got smoked, no big deal. Don't blame it on COVID, yo.
It happens, yo.
If you do have COVID though, get better, get well soon, please. Pimp named Slickback says, I don't get this argument that JT can't hit a jumper. He's a career 38% three-point shooter and top 5 defensive wing in the league. I saw this guy guarding guys 1 through 5 this playoffs. It's bad coaching.
I don't know if he's a top 5 defensive guard in the league. I'm not going to go that far, but I definitely think he plays at an all-league defensive level. That part I won't argue. And I mean, when you average what he averages, when you are the scorer that he is, there's no way that you can tell me that we can't find minutes for a dude like that. You just can't. You can't.
Okay. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to the live. We got the bandit of all bandits, my man Brax.
Yo.
What's up, man?
Good. Chill. What's good? Ox, how y'all doing?
What up? I'm just chilling, man. How you living? How was your Saturday going, Brax?
It's cool right now. Got a little pissed yesterday because your boy over there, but we ain't gonna get into that.
Who? Me or Chill?
Yeah. Wait. How I do it? Yeah, him right there. But we ain't gotta discuss that. Chill, come on. But anyways, I wanted to. Dub kind of basically said what I wanted to say, but I'm gonna turn it a little bit on the mentality of it all, because I actually agree. Kerr needs to find time for Tatum. Like there's no reason he, especially like you said in that third quarter, there's no reason he shouldn't have got in the game. Because the main reason we were getting beat, we were taking a lot of gambles and we couldn't get back on rotation once we gambled. Tatum, being the lengthy defender that he is, even if the scheme is gambling, he can get back into rotation quicker than most people on the team. So I do feel like he should have been seen the court, but also to the point where y'all said, ain't no point in me being there. I heavily disagree with that, because I as we all know, Kerr has this thing with young people. He likes to, doesn't, if you're one of the younger people on the team, he's probably not going to play you. And that's what I thought it was. But then Ant was seeing minutes. So I was like, that doesn't make
significant minutes, by the way.
Significant minutes. So I was like, okay, so can't be the young argument because Ant's younger and is seeing more minutes than Tatum. What could that be? And the only thing I could point to is Ant lets it be known, hey, I'm the baddest motherfucker out here. Like, I don't really care what y'all. Tatum doesn't do that. And with that being said, I also believe being that confident, whether you're not as good as everybody else or not, it makes you play better. We all know confidence is a pretty good thing in basketball. So even if you aren't the best player out there, believing that you are can signify how good you are with your game. And I just feel like Tatum doesn't do that enough.
Believing you're the best player on the court when you're not could also end you up in a Kobe Bryant 2004 situation, bro.
Oh my Ox, I'm not doing this with you today, bro. I'm not doing Kobe talk with you today, bro. Stop. Even though that's true, I understand. Yeah, that's how you get 2004s and stuff like that. I'm just saying it's not a bad idea to think I am one of the best, if not the best player out here, and on any given day, I can do stuff for this team that nobody else can. Which once again, even to Dub's point, he said everybody on this team just does stuff better than him, but it doesn't help. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a player like Tatum that can also do it, just not as good. Like,
I just think it's interesting that we talk about mentality and these elite athletes. We've heard them, and I don't just mean in Olympic basketball. We've heard them. Simone Biles actually had to step off for mental wellness, right? I saw Serena, who had an issue where she wasn't sure if she was ever going to play again. She had to get her confidence back. There's things that can ruin an elite athlete's confidence. That line, like I just said to Ox earlier today, between confidence and failure is extremely thin. It's very much like love and hate. And a coach can screw that up. We've seen coaches screw players up. I'm not buying the idea that you're just mentally tough and you can handle it. No, there are coaches who can screw up guys. There are people who can screw up guys. And I don't think that there is nobody who's excluded from that. Play a guy wrong, play a guy the wrong way, and you can completely screw his game up, wreck his game.
I completely understand that, and I agree with that. But on my main thing with that is Tatum literally just talked about how, like, this is one of the best years of him as an athlete. The covers of magazines, champion, the run that he's having this year is amazing. He's already let it be known, I'm having a great year. So I can understand your logic of a coach
world champion, having a baby.
Yeah, having a baby, like confidence through the roof right now.
Absolutely.
So I can understand that. So that's why I say, if you're put in a predicament where it's obvious, like coach has a vendetta against you, that's when I take the Ant approach of, I'm not finna sit here and lay back and y'all disrespect my name like that. I'm a world champion. I'm one of the best players in the league. Y'all not finna, and obviously what we're doing right now, y'all need me. Well, need is a stretch because we still won the game, but I can help. There's no reason for me to not be in this game right now. And that is the approach that I would much rather say, not saying he's not working harder or just whatever. I would just say, I think that approach would be much better than just, if he's here next year, I'm not playing. That's just soft as hell to me.
I completely disagree with that because, like I said, I've seen coaches screw guys up, and there's no reason for me to keep playing for a guy who can possibly screw with your confidence. Like you just said, this is one of the best years of his athletic life. That was before the Olympics. I'm sure that came out. I'm sure that came out before the Olympics. Now, the idea of me sitting on the bench as good as I am and not playing at all, not playing sparing minutes, but not playing at all, can screw with your confidence because, again, I'm measuring myself, especially as an elite player. This is who I'm measured up against. I'm not measured against Pascal Siakam. I'm not measured against guys like that. I'm not measured against Jeremy Grant. This is the creme de la creme, and I'm not playing. I'm not playing at all. So now the mentality becomes, am I as good as I think I am? Especially if I'm not playing, not just once, but more than once. Am I as good as I think I am?
But
and that starts to seep into your mind because previous to this, I was playing, not just for my team, but I was playing for Team USA. Not only was I playing for Team USA, I was getting busy for Team USA. Now I get with this dude, and now this kind of stuff is seeping into my mind. That's why you need your head, like me and Ox just talked about it. That's why Boudini Brown is necessary to come into play and go, yo, do not let this screw you up. Do not let this screw you up. No.
See, I understand that and I get with that, but wouldn't that confirm what I'm saying? That like you're soft. Like if you know, like
no, it's not.
Not that you're soft,
no,
but like
it's not.
That confirm,
Why can't you understand, Brax, that coaches screw people up? Why can't you understand that? Coaches
I understand what you're saying. I guess
you don't understand that. No, you don't. Because if you understood that, you wouldn't say that he was soft, not playing for this dude anymore. Because this guy can screw me up. This guy can screw me up.
Yeah, he can screw you up. But
right, so why do I want to play for him then? What am I playing for him for?
If I don't want to play for him, I know who I am, and I know that I'm better than that. So why would I listen to one? If everybody knows that I'm good and everybody knows what I'm doing is the best, and this one nigga is the reason that I'm not in the game, why the fuck do I care what he got to say? I know I'm better than what he's putting me in for.
Of course you think that.
That just doesn't make sense.
If that's true, then why? Explain why do coaches get in guys' heads and they aren't shooting the basketball the way that they normally do? Why aren't they playing the way that they do? Even though I know
that's a mentality thing.
Right. And who is messing with that?
I know, in my opinion,
that's a simple question. Who is messing with that? Who is messing with that?
If I get
here and say that coaches don't affect players, that's just disingenuous and it's wrong. You can know who you are all you want. Coaches get in your head.
One nigga's telling me who I am, and then I have the idea to say I can either listen to this or I don't want to listen to this.
And I know how coaches can screw up players.
I
know that.
So chill. Question.
I'm not trying to hear this shit.
Question on the panel. On the panel, do you think you're the best debater on the panel?
Do I think I'm the best debater there?
Do you think you're the best debater on the panel?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so whenever me, Buddy, James B, any other goofies in the chat, whenever we say no, you suck at debating. You're not good. You don't know how to debate. You're biased.
Saying that from a fan perspective.
You talk about is
you're
Tatum
saying that from you're saying that from a fan perspective. You don't come in.
No, wrong.
No,
I'm the best debater, or I'm not the best debater.
That's not the same thing.
That is up to you.
No, it's not. That's bullshit. Let me tell you what he's trying to sell you.
That doesn't make any sense.
Here's what he's trying to sell you. Ox, he's trying to sell you that he's the guy in the third row of games screaming at you that you suck. That's who he is. He's the guy, and he's affecting your game. As opposed, and that's what you are, a heckler. As opposed to the coach who's responsible for my minutes. He's responsible for how I play. He's responsible for the offense. He's responsible for the defense. He's responsible for when I play. You don't matter to me. You're a heckler. You're in the third row.
Either way,
every night.
That is a difference, Braxton. There's a difference. There's a difference between. There's a difference between people outside.
No, you don't. No, you don't understand.
My nigga, chill. I just said I can. I understand it. I get it. I understand. Hecklers are different from somebody who's actually responsible for you playing. I get that. But at the end of the day, the information that he's giving you or the situation that you're being put in, if you know off of the career year that you just had that you are one of the best players in the league, why the fuck does it matter in Olympic play that you're winning, by the way? Why does it matter?
Why does it matter? Because it can spill over to the season. That's why.
At that point, that's mentality. At that point, that's mentality.
No, it's not. And the reason why,
yes, it is.
I know we're going to move on, Ox. I know we're going to move on. I know we're going to move on, Ox. But as a ball player, if I'm on the floor and 2 minutes into the game, I turn the basketball over. Now, remember who we're talking to now. We're talking to one of the best players in the game. We're talking to one of the better players at my position, if not the best. So 2 minutes into the game, I turn the basketball over. I miss a shot. And the coach yanks me. And I don't play for the rest of the night. Then the next game, I play a couple of minutes. And I don't play again for the rest of the night. Then the next game, I don't play at all. As an athlete, despite what you just said, I know how good I am. That starts to chip at your confidence. Wait a minute, what am I doing wrong?
And
Why am I not playing? Why? What do I need to do? Do I need to change my game? Now what you're doing is you're chipping at this guy's confidence. You're chipping at this guy's game, and you're screwing him up instead of letting him be him.
And
why is he here? There's
but
a
that
reason
is not
why
for
he's
players.
here. The
but
reason
Tatum is in a
he's
special
here,
predicament
the reason he's
where
here
he is on the Boston Celtics, and he is the best player, and he gets the ball every single possession. He sees 30-something minutes a game. He's the best player on the best team, and those are your words. It should not matter if we are going to the Olympics, where he's not obligated to play. He should play, but he's not obligated. But okay, never mind. Have a great stream. Thank you.
All right, Brex.
All right, Brex. As you were,
Okay.
as you were, Ox.
Right on. Before we move on, there's 370 people in here right now. Make sure you like this video. Like the video right now. Stop everything you're doing. Like this video. Also, if you're here right now, I'm going to expect to see you in the chat tomorrow in the PCL. We got the 16 best debaters in the world in one league. In one league, debating each other, going at it every Wednesday, going at it every Sunday. I expect your support. I expect you to be in the PCL, engaged in debates, voting on debates, being a part of the PC community. We got the best debate league in the world. What are you doing? Be there tomorrow. I don't see you there. I'm going to come find you.
And Ox will do it. He will come find you around and find out. He will.
Now, chill. Before we get to the next guest, I want to ask you, is this whole Jason Tatum thing, because people said, oh, well, he shoots 38%, this and that. The numbers don't lie. Is it could this be a numbers thing compared to Steve Kerr's eye test?
It could be.
Like, is it possible that maybe Steve Kerr doesn't see what everybody else sees? Maybe Steve Kerr's like, well, JT, you're really not that good.
And on top of that, I gotta. When you're playing with these good players, I do accept the fact that I'm probably not going to play as much as I would for my normal team, right? So I got a limited amount of time, right? I got a limited amount of time to do something good, and with me doing that, I know that it's possible, right? It's possible that I could get looked at like that. But when you're talking about what you see as opposed to what the numbers say, I mean, we kind of get confused with the two. Like, we'll see a guy and think that he's awesome, but the numbers prove otherwise. But we'll also have a guy who the numbers say that this guy is awesome, but what you see, and it's like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at. Now, I think Steve Kerr has seen Jason Tatum enough, right? I think he's seen Jason Tatum enough that, I mean, he knows who he is. It's not like Steve Kerr just showed up in the NBA a couple of years ago. Steve Kerr's been in the NBA as a head coach longer than Jason Tatum. So he knows who he is, right? So because he knows who he is, he knows his tendencies. He's done enough scouting on Jason Tatum. So coaches can have their minds made up just from seeing a guy. No matter what his numbers say, coaches can have their minds made up about a guy just from seeing him and going, I'm good on him. Just off the strength that I've seen him and I seen this dude and I'm good. Right? I've seen this guy, bless you. I've seen this guy, and I think this guy is better. Take the numbers off the table. He's just better than him. He does this better. He does that better. He might be a better fit. Doesn't make a difference. He's just better. Coaches have done that, right? And sometimes they're wrong. Sometimes they're right. It doesn't make a difference, but the eye test does matter. 100% it does. What up?
Definitely does.
Right, man.
OG.
Shout out from London. Hope everyone is good.
Yeah.
Right on. Shout out from London. Hey, if you in the chat, drop where you watching from. I want to know what city and state y'all watching from. Represent your city and state in the chat. My bad. Go ahead, Sam.
No. Just two things I wanted to say. So I caught the last bit of the USA-Serbia game. One thing that I wanted to say about USA that I knew a long time ago, but the last 2 minutes of the game showed me this is what USA and their players are about. They have that psychological edge. So that last 2 minutes, I don't know how many turnovers that Serbia had, but I could count like 3 in 2 minutes, 3 turnovers, costly turnovers, which is a lot in 2 minutes.
That's huge.
A lot.
How many possessions in the last 2 minutes of the game do you
Exactly.
And if you're turning the ball over that many times, that's not good, Joe. That's not.
And what I'm seeing is like from players like LeBron, Curry, like Curry, I know he's been quite trash. I'm not gonna lie, for most of the Olympics.
No, he hasn't. You saw him against Serbia. He's awesome. We're gonna completely leave out all the other stuff. We're gonna leave that out. That don't matter. But I'm sorry to interrupt you. Keep going.
No, that's all right. That's all right. It's kind of like been there, done it before. I've been in these situations in the NBA finals. I've been in these situations in conference finals. Like we know what to do. So that's why I agree with Chill when he says I think it's going to be a wash today. Not going to lie. It's going to be a wash. I don't see an upset happening or even it being close. And that's no disrespect to France. I think France have a brilliant team.
None. What I want you to stay there. Make sure we clear, guys. This is no disrespect to France. None whatsoever. But keep going.
100%. And like I have to see, like, you just have to see the truth. I know I had a little bit of, because I like Team USA, but people like Gilbert Arenas has really got me like, with certain comments that he's made.
That's your blood pressure.
But the second point was with the JT point. Now, when I was watching the game in the third quarter, I was so surprised that he didn't come in. Now, I thought of every possible excuse why Kerr didn't play him, and I couldn't think of one other than he just doesn't know how to use him. I just genuinely don't think he knows how to. Can we keep
the theme of he didn't play against Serbia the first time? So
yeah, 100%.
Okay, we'll keep that theme. That's the only thing I can think about. We'll stay transparent. Well, 100%. Okay, he didn't play against Serbia the first time because of matchups.
Yeah,
even if it doesn't make sense, but we're gonna stick to that. That's the only thing I was thinking.
And like every possible argument other than that I thought of, I've always contradicted that argument. So it's kind of like, oh, let's just say the other caller talked about mentality that, Anthony Edwards says that he's that guy. I can contradict that argument straight away by saying it's not really about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. You can think that you're the guy and you're still the worst player on the team. Like it doesn't really matter about that. So when I'm thinking about it, I'm just thinking, all right, Steve Kerr, have you ever had a player that you've coached like a profile of Jason Tatum over the years? And I really had to think about that. And I don't know if you know if Steve Kerr had to coach a player of the profile of Jason Tatum like that over the years. The only player I can say similar is KD. Yeah, KD. But that's KD. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's KD. Like you have to put him out on the floor. And as Dub said on the other call, he's been playing brilliant defense. I mean, there's two things that KD did in the last 2 minutes. First of all, that defensive play where he got the turnover.
That over and back was huge.
Yes, exactly.
That was huge.
And the second one, when he shot that guy, got space, midi, gone. That's and then we know KD can do that. So Kerr's looking at it thinking, JT, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Well, I said to Ox a couple of days ago when we watched the game, what it looked like to me was it looked like Steve Kerr at the end of that game said, not the end of that game, in the fourth quarter, said, this is for grown folks. We're gonna let the grown folks handle this. I'm gonna 100%. Stick with this. I'm gonna stick with this unit right here, and we're winning it or losing it. I didn't have a problem with that because I've seen that before. I've seen coaches shorten their rotation, and it's been beneficial. So I have no problem with that. However, throughout the game, that's where the issue came in with me.
100%. To be honest, like when it comes to JT, it's more sad because like you're getting Halliburton minutes, and I've even forgot that Halliburton was on the team. Yeah. So it's kind of like, I feel for you, world champion.
And what I don't want to do is I don't want to discount these guys. I mean, Tyrese Halliburton, exactly. one of the best distributors in the game, and I know that this team is loaded with talent. So there's the minutes are going to be sparing, right? You're not going to play 30 minutes. You're not going to play 25 minutes like you did for your crew, right? There's going to be games where you might play a couple of possessions and then you got to come off the floor. But then there might be nights where you play 25 minutes. But the idea of not being used at all, that's where it gets tricky for me.
No, 100%. Again, as I said, my whole hypothesis is that I just generally think that Kerr doesn't know how to use him. I think he's all right with the guys that he's got on the floor that can do the job. LeBron, I think he had a triple. Did he have a triple-double or near triple-double?
Yes, he did.
He did. Yes, he did. So the guys are doing it, even though Serbia did spank them quite a bit for most of the game. Listen, when I saw 5 minutes and USA was 6 points, 5 points down, I said, yes, a wrap. They're going.
Mhm.
But shout out to you guys all the way from
Absolutely,
London.
brother.
Keep on
Good to
watching
talk
the
to you.
show.
Yep.
No doubt. Thanks for pulling up, Sam. For sure. Some good points. And yeah, that I think that defensive play that KD made, I think that was the nail in the coffin. When that happened, I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. It's a wrap. It's not possible.
To see KD picking up full court, I was like, yeah. I was in here hitting the floor, Ox. I was in my stance watching KD pick up full court. I was like, this is what I'm talking about. This is the defense that I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
And bringing up Tyrese Halliburton right there, and from the last caller from Sam that just popped up, made me think, Chill. You got guys now. These are, like you said, one of the best distributors in the game, and he can't even get on the floor with this star-studded team we have. And besides that, the only other point guard out there is Steph Curry, right? So it makes me think, because back in 14 or not 14, 16, 12, point guards, they played, they came in, set the table for us. So it makes me think, is there a difference in this generation of point guard as opposed to that generation of point guard? Now we got guys, and not just American, I'm talking about just all in the NBA. Like there's SGA, Jalen Brunson, De'Aaron Fox, Jamal, let me think, Ja, guys like that.
Trey
and then
Young.
back Trey, forgot about Trey. Yeah, forgot about Trey. And then back then, there's Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving, Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook.
Sure.
We can even go back a little further. Darren Williams, obviously Chris Paul. Was that just another class of point guard? Are these young guys that are exciting and these are hell of a
Absolutely.
they're good,
Absolutely, Ox. Now, when you think
is
about,
there a difference? What generation of point guard is better? Right?
well, 100%, Ox. When you think about that generation of point guard, so when we get into the 2010s, we're making the transition from Stockton, Jason Kidd, Magic, Penny Hardaway. We're getting more now into the scoring lead guard as opposed to the distributor. So now you got guys like Russell Westbrook. You got guys like Kyrie Irving. You got guys like Damian Lillard, who still pass, right? And they still do. They still do the job of what the lead guard does, which is pass. Russell Westbrook had a number of different seasons where he averaged double-figure assists. 100% he did that. Damian Lillard had a bunch of 7, 8 assist seasons. He did do that also. But they were more scoring guards than they were traditional guards. Traditional league guards. So we were making that transition back then. Now, when we get into this era of guard, I think it's getting more advanced because now we still have the athletic guard, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Damian Lillard, Kyrie Irving. We do have that, but today I feel like we're getting even more athletic. And when I say we're getting more athletic, because I don't feel like it's a huge leap, because I don't think it's a huge leap, but I feel like with the athletic guard today and how much more space you have in the NBA, it makes the game even more exciting. So guys like Ja Morant, guys like De'Aaron Fox, who get downhill. De'Aaron Fox is one of the better finishers at the league guard. We don't give him nearly enough credit because he will throw it on you. Yes, he will. He will definitely throw the ball over the top of you. You got distributors. We still have distributors in the game who are bucket getters, but they also distribute at a high level, like Trae Young. Right? I think Trae Young distributes at a higher level than Damian Lillard. His shot selection might be a little bit iffy because he kind of throws his unit off with that. But when I look at the guards in 2010 to 2019, that era of point guard, when I think about what they did, the transition, I haven't seen enough of these guards in this era, guys like Jalen Brunson, Ja, Darius Garland, Jamal Murray. I haven't seen enough of those guys to say that they're better than the guards in the 2010s yet. I haven't seen enough of them.
Okay. Leaf Diggy, what it do?
What up?
What up? Well, you absolutely. I definitely agree with you about that. The guards of the 2010s, which I can't effing stand, and the guards of today. But it's been a lot. It's definitely been a lot of athletic point guards, a lot of scoring point guards. In terms of the passing point guards, you didn't see that as much as back in before the 2010s, is because the rules was different. A lot of them was basically kind of handcuffed, bro. But if you saw them in a park,
Handcuffed how?
They was handcuffed because of the rules. Like, like, come on, did we ain't see a bunch of side steps and gathers and all of that shit back in the early 2000s and the 90s?
What does that have to do with passing though, Leaf?
That's one of the reasons why they pass more. Like, because a lot of they self creation, bro. A lot of their self creation and a lot of the rules prohibited that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and back then, a lot of the defenses that they had to see prohibited that. So realistically, they were going up against bigger guards in the 90s and the 2000s. That's what originally was our thing, was big guards. That's mostly what you saw in the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s. So like, if you had that size and if you had that stature and you had that skill set, then you've seen a lot of that. And they played 3-level basketball. A lot of them was 3-level scorers. They played in the 3-level areas. They was able to post up. They was able to get to their shots. They was able to get to a spots much easier than the little guards that we talk about. But
so wouldn't, because of the rules, so wouldn't those guys be even more effective? Considering
what you mean, like the little guards,
the smaller guards, wouldn't they be even more effective? Considering because
they more effective today than they was back then. Definitely.
What I'm saying is that because of the rules, like you're talking about sidestepping, you're talking about getting to the basket. So the idea that I can't put hands on you. Well, the fact that I can put hands on you, that doesn't negate me from being able to pass, because you could be more physical. I can still pass the ball. That might affect my game in terms of me scoring, but the fact that I can still find an open man if you got hands on me.
Yeah. The passing wasn't what I was debating. It was the scoring was. That's what it was out debating with the smaller guards as of from back then to today. I mean, you seen a lot of smaller guards put up, 30 plus today than you seen back then. That's just the fact. I mean, the passing to me is the same, but like the fact that they scoring is a lot more open today. You're not seeing that
changes. It's because of the rule changes.
Yeah, it's mainly because of the rule changes, but the game is played. The game is played a whole lot different today than it was back then.
A lot faster. It is.
Yeah, definitely. But and I get to what. Yeah, and I get to what. Yeah, right. You absolutely right. And I get to what I was saying to you the last time we spoke. The Olympic game is absolutely shitting on the NBA game right now. Because the thing is, we starting to see players, man, that's going off in the NBA. They come over Olympic, bro, like they struggling. Jamal Murray was absolute shit show the entire Olympics. You know what I'm saying? And that's not to say nothing about Jason Tatum, which I'm gonna get on a point of, because Jason Tatum is good at a lot of different things. You definitely absolutely right. You got to find something. You got to find a spot for him on the court. Now, in terms of the Serbia games, if he didn't play that, and you had a certain lineup that worked against Serbia the last 2 times, you're gonna run with it. I understand that, but you definitely got to find a spot for Jason Tatum. What I think that happened, and I'm about to go into some shit. What I think that happened is Jason Tatum came into Olympics, flexing that championship, and everybody was looking at him and shit, and then it was like, oh, word? That's what you're doing? Okay.
So I came in here on the big dog status, and they basically put
you think he didn't when he did?
Is that what you're saying?
No, yeah. That's what I think that happened.
No, I don't think that at all. And you
don't think that at all. So you don't think that he came in?
No, I don't think
that NBA championship.
No, Leaf, I don't. No, I don't. And you saying that on some light skin shit. So if we keep,
I'm not saying that on some light skin shit.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
What other reason would you have?
I'm saying that on some bragging rights shit. That's what I'm saying it on. I'm saying he came in, he flexed that championship, and everybody else was looking at him like, oh, word? That's what you're doing?
Okay, first of all, Leaf, they already know he won it. He ain't got to flex it. It's not like, he got to remind people. They already know it. So it's not news. That's just not true. This is on some light skin shit, Leaf, and it's okay.
It's not on some light skin shit. You reading into it way wrong. 100%. It's on bragging rights shit. That's what it's on. And you know damn well, bro, it's a possibility that this could have happened. He flexed that championship. Somebody on the team was like, oh, word? Oh, all right, bet. Watch what I do. Okay. This is what's going to happen. Yo, hey, you see that nigga right there, bro? Nah. He think he's playing over me.
So you weren't able. I want to make sure I'm understanding this. So we get into the Olympics, and I'm basically braggadocious when I walk in here. Like, yeah, you see, we won a championship. We bust all y'all's ass. That's right. And so now they jump me. Is what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I think that's exactly what happened. Now I can't prove it or not, but I think that's what happened. Like, come on, you got to look at it, bro. Like, we talked about this the last time. How is it that a top 10 player can't get no minutes, and then you made an excuse about it, bro? Like, I'm not falling for the okie doke, Steve Kerr. I'm not falling for the okie doke at all, and I'm not falling for the okie doke from LeBron James neither. With that BS about, hey yo, Steve Kerr did this, that, and come on, bro. We know what y'all doing, bro, because y'all been doing it. Y'all been playing games. I know the games that they play, and I don't like them. That's one of the reasons why I want a lot of them dudes out of the league, because a lot of the shit that they do is narrative driven. And y'all don't understand that. Y'all look past that all the time, bro. Bobby keep talking about how KD keep ducking fades. Everybody come on the podcast to talk about how LeBron want to control the narrative. Guess what? Steve Kerr, Steph Curry, they do the same shit. You don't think they do when they don't?
No, I'm good, please.
Of course you don't think they do, because you ain't looking into it. They've been around for long enough for a reason. And you laughing at it, and you know it's a possibility that this shit is.
No, here's the thing, Leaf. I understand where you at with these older dudes, and there's a part of me, to be honest with you. I mean, I felt the same way years ago, where I seen enough of these dudes. It's time for them to go. There is some truth to that. Now, I am a fan of conspiracy theories, but I'm not gonna say that these dudes is here because a conspiracy and they're keeping their way here off the strength that they putting out narratives and things like that. The truth is these dudes is here because they still good. James is still good. KD is still good. Curry is still good. James Harden is still good. That's why they still here.
Listen, that all very well is true, but at the same time, when you still good, that means you still have control as well. That means you can still pull rank as well, because you've been that good for that long of a time. And this dude just came up in here. He flexing this championship, right? That means you could do a certain amount of things. You could tap somebody on the shoulder and be like, "Hey, yo, listen, him right there, nah. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying."
That's why I'm able, because I'm still good. I'm able to have that kind of. I'm able to.
You able to have that kind of pull, exactly.
And so what? So what if I got it? But I'm still good though. That's why I have that kind of pull. Let's not make it sound like I got that kind of pull just off the strength. I'm still good. I'm not Lady Eloise here, where I'm just a figurehead, where I'm just around. That's not going on, Lee. No.
I'm not debating whether they good or not. I'm debating, bro, whether they still have pull or not.
That's why
to
they
do
have
certain
pull.
thing. I understand that.
Do you understand?
So that means that everything that I just told you is true.
Leaf, you're arguing a point that doesn't make sense. The reason why I still have pull is because I'm good. I don't have pull just off the strength that I've been around long. No, that's what you're trying to argue. The reason why I'm still who I am, or the reason why I still have say-so like James, like KD, like Curry, like James Harden, like all of these guys still in the 2010s. The reason why I have that pull, because I'm still nice. You making it sound like I got this pull just off the strength that I'm still around. No, that's not why I'm still around.
And the most important part that you're leaving out is not that they just still good, and they've been good for a long time, and they still good today. It's that they still believe that they better than Jason Tatum.
I don't know about that. All right, Lee. Good to talk to you, brother.
Of course.
No doubt.
Appreciate you, fam. Next time.
Yep.
Real quick, I'm gonna get you in here, Davion. I know you've been here for a minute. Let me get you in here.
What's up, brother?
What's up? How y'all doing?
Good, brother. What's going on with you?
Yeah, I want to talk about that Jason Tatum thing, and how he not playing. You definitely got to find some minutes to put him in there. One thing and one point that people didn't consider is they saying he got to play KD minutes, he got to play Brown minutes. He can play with both of them. I don't know why people acting like he got to play 3 to 4. He can play the 2. Jason Tatum is not a big slow 4. No, he can play the 2 to 3 to 4. He can do a lot of stuff. Like he can play Devin Booker minutes. Like he can play a bunch of different people minutes. So it's just people acting like they can't find a way for him to play. He definitely got to play some type of way. I was thinking he should have played over Ant in that last game. And he's just trying to make
that hook could have been a lot quicker. No question, Davion. That hook
I'm thinking in the third quarter, okay, I'm gonna see Jason Tatum. I'm like, where is he at? Because Ant was out there making so many costly turnovers, costly mistakes, missing wide open threes that they needed. It was It was killing their runs. Like I'm thinking JT can do the same thing Ant doing. Ant not doing nothing out here crazy that JT can't do out here. Same thing with D Book. It's like same thing with Derrick White. Derrick White was playing good defense. Like when he immediately got in, he got a steal. Like immediately once he got in that game. But they could definitely find 10, 15 minutes for Jason Tatum somewhere. Like
I think he'll play this afternoon, though. To be honest with you, I do.
He definitely should, but I think they're gonna play him just based off more narrative than anything, and I don't like that. I think he should be playing because he fit on the team. Yeah,
sure, I can get with that.
Definitely, Davion. I'm gonna move on real quick because we do got to shut it down. I'm gonna let Classic get his quick takeoff real quick, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, Davion.
Absolutely,
for sure.
Davion. Good to talk to you.
Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir.
What up, Classic?
Yo, what up, y'all? What up? Yeah, real quick, I just wanted to push back. Till you keep saying that Jason Tatum now is better than 2021 Jason Tatum, and I disagree with that. And I think that's why he's not playing right now. I think 2021 Jason Tatum would have been starting in this lineup easily, and there wouldn't be no controversy at all, because 2021 Jason Tatum was a much better shooter than the Jason Tatum we're seeing now. And that's what's got me worried about him, because I don't know what's wrong with his shot. That's why I told you a few weeks ago, when he was shooting the ball, I was surprised when it went in. It just doesn't look the same, and that's the reason why he's not playing. It's no conspiracy. The reason why he's not playing is because he can't make a jump shot. If he was hitting his jump shots like he normally would, he would easily be playing right now. But you can't play it. You can't just shoot 24 shots when you got a team full of superstars now.
I have nothing to say to that. I don't. I got nothing to say to that. Nothing. Zero.
Well, appreciate you pulling up, Classic. That's
Oh yeah, y'all have a good one.
All right, yo.
All right.
Is he here, Ox?
Who? Mike?
Yeah.
No. What?
I just want to make sure. Okay.
Chill. Yeah, right.
I just want to make sure. That's all. I
know. All 350 people in here know that Mike is a straight weenie, and he would not click on the link. He has no intention on clicking on the link. He won't click on the link. He don't got nothing to say. He don't know ball. He's a straight buster. He would never do it, and we know it. Asian guy, last caller. Can I get your quick take? We do got to shut the show down.
What up, brother?
Hello, Chill. Hello, Ox. No,
Yes,
I had some questions. So how much time I got?
About a minute and a half, fam.
Minute and a half. So in a episode of the panel, I saw Chill say, it was a super chat, that where would Malone be if he won the 97 and 98 ring? He said, you said probably a top 10 player. So do you think that Malone has everything other than the winning part?
That's it. That's the only thing that's missing. Everything
Who is coming out?
Of the top 10?
Of your top 10, yes.
He might be ahead of Duncan.
You think without winning, he's the best power forward in the history?
He might be ahead of Duncan. Yes, considering everything that he did, yes, he might be ahead of Duncan.
So you are just you would be trading places. He would be 8, or you think Olajuwon or Shaq would move up and he would be 10?
He would. Yeah, we may have that conversation. Yes.
Okay, he can. You think he can be better than Olajuwon if he wins that 97 and 98 ring?
Maybe. No, not Olajuwon. Not. I'm thinking about where he is with Duncan as the consummate four-man. I think that's the only thing he's missing. The only thing. And for him to win those championships in 97 and 98, to beat Jordan in back-to-back seasons, in addition to everything he did, yeah, we may have a very different conversation about him being a top 10 player all time. Yes.
I had some question lined up, but since we don't have time, that's all I got. Thank you. Thank you for letting me.
Good to talk to you, brother.
Appreciate you.
Yes, good to talk to you, man. Ox, if to beat Jordan in back-to-back seasons with anything else he did, we definitely having a different conversation. And you know how I feel about Duncan.
Right.
You know how I feel about Duncan. But for him to win, and not only win the NBA championship in back-to-back seasons, to win the league MVP during that time, twice in 4 years, with everything he did, being a first-team All-Pro, being an All-League defender. I mean, he made the All-League defensive team 4 times, Ox. All 4 years he made the All-League defensive team. He was first team. I'm sorry, 3 times he made. 3 times he was a first team. 3 times he was an All-League defender. He was first team All Defense. So, I mean, he was elite on the defensive side of the basketball. man, we having a way different conversation about Malone to win back-to-back championships.
I got. If he would have won 90, if he would have won both of those, he's definitely 100% top 10 in my mind.
Man,
but it's not just I mean, it's not even a conversation for me. Like Malone is a top 5 power forward. I got him number 3 right behind KG. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, yep, so I'm fine with that. My only thing is I'm just not Tim Duncan.
It might be Duncan. Like, wait a minute, hold on. You can take somebody out, but it ain't him.
Not on my list. Not on my list. You know what I'm saying? Because Tim Duncan's number 4 on my list. So that's the only reason. But I know we got different lists. So that's all I was saying.
I might have to consider. I would have to go down my list, and if luckily I ain't got to do that. So I think I'm good. The fact that I don't have to do that, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, y'all, that is the end of the show. Thank y'all for stopping by Chill with Chill. Once again, I remind you, tomorrow, mañana, be there. The PCL is going up tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern. That's 3 p.m. on the West Coast for y'all that don't know how that works. I'll see you there. I better see you there. Also, go to playerschoicemerch.com. Grab you some merch, man. Make sure you grab some merch. Please do that. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Y'all appreciate y'all. Appreciate the love. Chill Town.
Hey, put on a suit, drink water, don't drink and drive. Hey, man, call your mother. I just talked to my mother a couple of days ago. Call your father, too. Don't just call your mother. Call your pops, too. Pops matter. 100%. And if you ever in the area, you're in the Portland area, you had too much to drink, hey, call my man. He'll come scoop you. Promise you that. He will come scoop you. He will not let you get behind the wheel by yourself. So we will see you guys soon. But until then, take it light. Take it.
Peace.